Good evening. Welcome to Sunday Night Satsang with myself, John Homewood. Michelle's not able to join us tonight. Unfortunately, she's got a headache, so she's lying down. So you've just got me tonight. But welcome. Thank you for joining us. I think it's really important at this time to take a regular break from our everyday lives and just sit in what's called satsang. Satsang just means gathering of wisdom, of centeredness, being at peace in the moment. So if this is the first time you're joining us, well, welcome. And those of you who are coming back for the second or third or 100th time, welcome as well. And please let us know who you are, where you're watching from. Just type up in the comments box and let us know where you're watching from. Hello, Paula. Hi. And we also like getting the hearts. And right in the beginning, just to say that if you like what we have to share on this channel, please can you press the like and the subscribe button. It does help get the word out there. And this evening I'm sitting in a slightly different environment to the one we normally sit in. I've decided to come out onto the deck of our of our new house that we have on a farm in the beautiful garden route. And it's a wonderful, beautiful, peaceful place. You may get some sounds of crickets, because we have a lot of crickets here, a lot of evening sounds. But I thought I'd just share this particular view with you, and it's relevant to tonight's topic. So I'll discuss that a little bit later. But hello, hi Diane, hi from KZN. Who else do we have? We have Sonia. Hello, Sonia. Who else do we have? And Tanis, hi Tanis, and our next door neighbour. We have a farm here, and we've started what's called the Nourish Sanctuary, and we have a few community members here, and one of them is drilling, busy building tonight, and they're a little bit behind schedule. So the one guy is drilling. So excuse if you hear any drilling sounds coming through. Hello, Sharon. Hi from Waterfall. Janet Gates. Hi to you as well. So thank you all for joining us, and let's start this evening, as we always do, with a centering meditation, just a place of peace, anchoring that stillness within us. Hello, Laura. Who else do we have? Lots of people joining. Thank you all for joining us. And so let's just settle down into our chairs and beds and wherever we're sitting or lying, and just take your awareness from your story, from the dramas of the day, and just bring your awareness fully back into this time and this place. The only place that's real is this moment. And this moment is a sacred place. Hello, Birgit. Hello. And who do we have from Zanine there? I missed that name. So let's just gently close our eyes and center ourselves into this beautiful, beautiful sacred place called presence. Now, presence is not dependent on situations, circumstances, or even time. Presence is our very sense of being, our centeredness. So when we close our eyes and withdraw our mind from all other times and all other places and become centered in the present moment, we're actually coming home. We're connecting to the true essence of life. And this essence of life is always here, always now, irrespective of what goes on in the external world, irrespective of the dramas or challenges or ups and downs in your exterior life. Underneath it, you're always here. Always. In the present moment. While the mind drifts off, or sometimes runs off, into time. Time past, time future. And when the mind does that, we can experience some very negative emotions, like regret or guilt or jealousy or fear, anxiety, depression. These all come from leaving this sacred moment called presence. So in this moment we make a conscious choice to leave all that world of what I call the matrix, and take a deep breath in. And as you breathe in, just breathe in the scent of life in this moment. And as you breathe out, just drop all other times, places, events, situations, challenges. Just let them go with the out-breath. Take a second, very deep breath in, drawing in the scent of the gift of the present moment. And as you breathe out, just relax your shoulders, release any tension from your neck muscles, smooth away any worry lines on your forehead, and just be here now. Take a third, very deep breath in. This time, take the air right down to your toes, blowing your tummy up in the process, so you puff your tummy out, and then when you breathe out, just sigh it all out. Just let it go. Just surrender it all. Let it go, let it go, let it go. The secret of connecting with life is not so much in the in-breath, although it is called the breath of life. It's actually in the breathing out. It's actually in the releasing. It's in the letting go. That's when we truly connect with life in this moment. Because the out-breath always leads us into stillness. Before the next breath comes in, there's a slight pause. And we find peace in the pause. So let's just allow life to breathe us once more, not trying to control the breath, but just allowing life to breathe us in and breathe us out, and just let your awareness rest in the space between the in and the out breath, and the out and the in breath, just in that quiet pause, paying particular attention to the stillness that underlies all external situations and circumstances. Any sounds in your environment, underneath that, there is stillness. Without the stillness, we couldn't hear. It's in the stillness that we connect with a higher intelligence. Many people right now are looking for guidance in their lives, what to do, where to go, because the world is in flux. And that guidance, the true guidance, the most helpful guidance, doesn't come from the thinking mind. It comes from that still space between our thoughts, which is presence, which is pure life itself, the same intelligence that beats our hearts, that digests our food, lies here, just underneath the thoughts, underneath the stories we've been telling ourselves. And we connect fully with that presence, with that peace in this moment. Let's just bring our awareness fully into the body by connecting with our feet. Just become aware of where they're resting right now. You might like to use the power of imagination to see if you can feel the earth, the energy of Mother Gaia coming up from the earth through the floor, through your feet, into your body, feeding your body with her gifts. At the same time, you might like to feel the energy of Father Sky coming down from above, through the crown of your head. And let them both meet, the energy of Mother Gaia and Father Sky, in your solar plexus. Feel that point of power. Your point of power is always in the present moment. And it's in this space, this sacred place, that we connect truly with life, with the infinite intelligence of the universe. Feel your hands right now Feel where your fingers are maybe touching. Feel the warmth in the palms of your hands. Now bring your awareness into your hearts. And with every in-breath, feel that your heart is expanding, opening to life in this moment. While the mind tends to contract and put up boundaries and perceptions of separation around us, let's for this moment use the in-breath to open our hearts, to dissolve the boundaries, the separations, and allow life to flow through us in this moment, just this moment here and now. Allow life to flow through every single cell in your body. You might feel it almost like a tingling sensation, an aliveness in your hands, in your feet, in your torso, in your arms, in your legs. Feel the temperature of the air on your cheeks. And feel grateful for this awareness of life in this moment. Feel grateful for the breath that you're taking now, for the chair that you're sitting on or the bed that you're lying on. Gratitude for the floor beneath you. Gratitude for the abundance of air that you're breathing. And gratitude for this satsang, this beautiful, beautiful group of people. With our open hearts, we heal the world. And in that healing process, we ourselves are transformed from the perception of brokenness, of separateness, to the realization of oneness, which is being. Let's breathe in the peace of this moment. Breathe it deeply into your bodies, taking a deep breath in, blowing your tummy out, your solar plexus moves down, your tummy moves out, and then as you breathe out, just let it all go. Release, surrender, let it all go. And gently, when you're ready, you may open your eyes. And just see how you feel in this moment. Do you feel a bit more centered, a bit more peaceful? We have a beautiful environment here, and I can hear night sounds. And there's always peace in nature. It's only in that which man constructs that there is tension. But nature can always be directly connected to with one conscious breath. One breath taken with full awareness connects us to life once more. So thank you all for joining us tonight. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hello, Jacqueline from Indiana. Thank you. Hi, welcome, welcome, welcome. In South Africa, it's evening. It's a beautiful evening. We've got a bit of cloud cover tonight. It's been a beautiful day today. So welcome wherever you are, whatever time of the day it is. Welcome, welcome. So tonight we have a question. Are you, what was the question? Are you truly aligned with your vision? What does that mean? Are you aligned with the greatest ideal you have for your life? And when I say aligned, I mean physically, but I mean more energetically as well. And what are our access to powers of creation but through our thoughts, our feelings, and our words? Those three modalities of power are so often not in alignment with our greatest good, with our highest vision for ourselves and for the world around us. So we've discussed many times before that at the moment we're going through a war. Humanity is under attack. And it's under attack through weapons of perception, misperception. And while many people hold goodness in their hearts, their minds get distracted with the media. And many people get caught up with what's bad, because if you watch the news, which hopefully none of you do, but if you do, then you will know that the news doesn't give you the good in the world. It amplifies the challenges, the problems, the strife in the world. And that's done deliberately, because when we're in a state of fear, we can be manipulated. And obviously the main function of the media is to sell advertising space. And we know from research that people in fear and anxiety are more inclined to look for fulfillment on the outside. So the ad promises you fulfillment: buy this car, buy this shampoo, buy this whatever, and you'll feel better. So when we're in a state of not good enough, the media can then sell us what they're selling, whatever they're selling, which may be in the form of physical products. But in fact, underlying all of that is a perception of a certain worldview. And that worldview is never necessarily for our own good. It's for the good of those who control the media. So the question you have to ask yourself is, the thoughts you think, the feelings you feel, and the words you say, are they the building blocks that you really, really, really want for the home you want to occupy in the future, that you want for yourself, for your children, for your grandchildren? And so, for example, we may have repeating patterns coming out in our words and in our thoughts of what we don't want. The mind is very, very good at generating thoughts of what we don't want. And they quite often come out in our speech, like, I'm sick and tired. Well, is sick and tired really the world that you want to create? Then why are you doing it? Because every word that you utter is an act of creation. There's so much power in words. And you might say the world's gone to hell. There's one marvelous, beautiful soul on our one group. He always calls it a shit show. And that's fine. Maybe that is the truth. Maybe it is a shit show. But what is the feeling behind those words? If you see the shit show as a comedy, that's beautiful, because you liked in saying those words. But quite often, when we say those negative words, it brings us down. Our vibration drops. And if we want to step out of this war of perception, or the control of perception, we have to be aware of the words we speak, the thoughts we think, and the feelings we feel, because it's truly the feelings that are the secret to creation. Just take a moment and ask yourself, what is your predominant feeling? What has been your predominant feeling as you move through today? Has it been one of peace and joy and connection and empathy and compassion and love? Or has it maybe gone in the direction of what I term the basket of false evidence appearing real? Fear. There's an awful lot of emotions that have a lot of strength that come from the basket of fear. And it's to be aware that if we have a higher vision for ourselves and for humanity, then we have to build that with feeding the thoughts that come from the basket of love, compassion, kindness. It's if you'd like to type up in the comment box any words that you have that are in alignment with love, but aren't the actual word love. Words like care or attention, for example, focus. If you have any words that you can think of that are in alignment with that basket of love, just type them up in the comments box. It'll be interesting to see what you come up with. There are many, many, many words that are in alignment with that new creation of love. And I want to take a moment to step back in a moment. Tenderness, yes, tenderness. That's beautiful. Thank you, Jacqueline. I want to step back a moment. Yeah, we have empathy. We have empathy there as well. What else do we have? tenderness, empathy. Sorry about the light reflecting on my glasses there. What else we have? Forgiveness. Yes, that's right. Forgiveness. There are many, many words that we can speak and we can think that will lead us in what I call a new earth, lead us towards that. But I want to take a step back, first of all. Tonight we're talking about the blockages that we maybe are creating on a moment-to-moment basis to the greatest vision that we have for ourselves. But let's ask the question, what is the vision that you have for yourself? We have contentment, we have compassion. Yeah, thanks, Peter. Contentment, that's a big one. Love goes hand in hand with contentment, doesn't it? So what is the greatest vision that you have for yourself? Is it a vision dependent on external circumstances? We have gratitude there, thank you. Quite a few of you typing up gratitude. What is the vision you have for yourself? Is it dependent upon external circumstances, situations being a certain way? I mean, a lot of people say, well, I'll be at peace when there's peace in the Middle East. Or I'll be at peace when my mother-in-law disappears from my life, whatever it is, or there's a change in government. So just look at your vision. Is your vision one that's dependent on external circumstances, situations, people and events being a certain way? And I'm going to suggest that when situations and circumstance, events and people are not to your liking, that's when we tend to have the creation within us of negative feelings, negative emotions. So to be dependent on situations changing so that you can reach your goal is not necessarily the most helpful way we can formulate a vision for ourselves. And I want to ask you, if it is peace in the Middle East that you want, if it is a more honest and truthful government, or a better mother-in-law, whatever it may be, why do you want that? And if you're really honest with yourself, it's because when that happens, when that situation changes, I can feel something. For example, we have here from Paula, we have peace and understanding, and above that I see peace of mind. Isn't that our greatest vision for ourselves? The greatest vision for ourselves and for the world generally comes out of the basket of love. That generally is in alignment with that path. And I've spoken before about humanity being at the fork of a road right now, and one fork leads us, or continues to take us further into the matrix, and that's false evidence appearing real. I am what I do, I am what I have, and I am what other people think of me. But the path of love takes us in a very different direction. It takes us in a direction of connection, patience, understanding, empathy, compassion, care. And if you're really honest with yourself, when we have external goals based on situations, circumstances, events, and people, the reason we want those goals is because we believe that by having that, we can feel patience, understanding, peace of mind, fulfillment, love. Now, I'm going to suggest that the first step in this process is to clearly define what it is you want, and to recognize that what you really, really, really want is a feeling. And to identify what that feeling is. It may be joy. Any number of words point us in that beautiful direction of what we would classify broadly as heaven, nirvana, bliss. Identify that. And then ask yourself the question which we're looking at tonight is, are my words, are my thoughts, and are my feelings aligned with that vision? Or are they going off in different directions? Are they negating the creative power that I have within myself to create a better life for myself, my family, and my community? The awakening process is really a process of awareness. And self-awareness is the most important part of that. And part of self-awareness is to be aware of the thoughts you think, the words you say, and the feelings you feel. Because as I said earlier, it's the feeling that is the generator of power within us to create a different set of situations, circumstance, events, and people around us. The situation, circumstance, events, people, relationships that you're experiencing at the moment is a function of previous feelings, thoughts, and words that you have given into the universe, individually and collectively. The world we're experiencing today is a function of what we were. And in order to create a different world in the future, we have to become something different in this moment. And it's to be mindful, to be aware of every single word we say, every thought we think, and every feeling we feel, because they are bricks in the creation process. They have power. Words have power. Thoughts have power. And feelings have the most power. And in the past, maybe those words, those thoughts, and definitely the feelings were determined by your external environment. But as we start to awaken and take back our power from the world around us, we start to become 100%, not 99%, but 100% responsible for those three. The feelings you feel are yours, no one else. I know on our Journeys of Awakening course, and by the way, we've got a new one starting on the 8th of February, and you're all welcome to join. The first Zoom link up is on the 8th of February, and you can sign up on our website. The first 7 days, absolutely free, and in fact it's Vision Week, where we help you identify a new vision for this year. And a part of that, if you do the full journey, we have a whole module, a whole week on relationships. And part of that week we look at the relationships we have, and one of the things is who or what is in control of the feelings you feel when you interact with your partner. Do you hand your power to your partner to make you sad, to make you angry, to make you unfulfilled or disempowered? The realization is that no, I'm doing it to myself. The moment you take back your power from the other, and you realize that you're making yourself angry, you're the one who creates the feeling, the perception of not good enough. No one else. You're doing it. People do what they do, you interpret it, and then you create your internal environment. We're not necessarily responsible for our external environment, but we are 100% responsible for our internal environment. And awakening is the realization of that, and then being mindful and taking creative control over your thoughts, your feelings, and your words, and walking moment to moment in the direction you want to go, rather than the direction that the world around you is dictating through the perception that they're creating for us. The new world, I don't believe, is going to be handed to us on a basket. I believe that there are energies in the world, there are powers that have a vested interest in keeping the world imprisoned in the old matrix, in the mind and the perception of false evidence appearing real, of fear. And so I believe we have to be very strong and very courageous and very certain in the world that we want to build, and to give it our full attention, moment to moment to moment. If we lose focus and we fall off into fear, that's fine. Just recognize that and pull yourself back. There's a wonderful exercise called the steering wheel exercise, where you put your hands on a steering wheel in your imagination, and you steer your mind back out of the past or out of the future and back into the present moment. Just remember, your point of power is in the present moment, not in the past and not in the future. Your past it's like a siphon. It robs you of energy. The future does the same. It robs you of energy. Your point of power is in the present moment. If you only take one thing away from tonight's satsang, let it be that. Your point of power is in the present moment. If you're in an altercation with your partner or a work colleague or someone on the road, just remember, come back. Put your hands on the steering wheel, steer yourself back to the present moment, and say, my point of power is in the present moment. In this moment, I can choose to feel different. I can choose a different thought, a different perception, a different way of seeing this. And I can definitely choose kinder, more compassionate, more understanding words. And that awareness makes you an instrument of transformation on this earth. As Gandhi said, you are the instrument of peace on this planet. Be that instrument. That's the responsibility we have. Let's just see what the time is. Yeah, just gone 8 o'clock. So if you have any questions or queries, won't you type them up in the comments box? I love answering questions. That's my most joy comes when I'm answering questions. So if you have any questions about tonight's topic, please type them up. And I just want to add that next week we won't be having a satsang. Well, we will be in satsang, but we won't be live on Facebook satsang or YouTube, because we are going to a beautiful satsang in Cape Town with one of the most powerful spiritual teachers on earth today, Eckhart Tolle. Yes, he's visiting South Africa. He's got a teaching session in Cape Town and also in Pretoria, I believe. So we won't be with you next week. We'll be in that sacred place. But you can still join us energetically if you can't join us physically. And those of you who are coming, I know a lot of you have connected with me and said you will be joining us. It'll be lovely to meet you there at Eckhart's presentation. That will be beautiful. And then the other thing, just to remind you that if you would like to join us for our free Vision Week, which starts on the 8th of February, please go to journeysofawakening.com and sign up there for the free week, and hopefully you'll also join us for the 13th week. And I know quite a few of you may have already done the full 13-week journey, and one thing I absolutely know, that if you redo that journey, you'll find it brand new. The you that did it last time is not the you that you are now. You have shifted and changed in incredible ways, and you will see that material brand new, even if the material is the same, which it isn't. We always change it slightly. But the Zoom sessions that we have, the teaching sessions are really a dynamic creation of us all in that situation. And because we all change, they change as well. So even if you have done it before, you're welcome to do it again. There's a 50% discount on people who come back and do the course again. Jacqueline, I'm sure it will be a life-changing experience. Thank you for your words and wisdom. Yeah, Eckhart, I think I've had many teachers in my life, many guides. But Eckhart has been the most real for me. He's made the most transformation in my life real. You know, many other teachers tell you about it and you feel a little bit bad because you don't quite get it. But when you sit in the presence of someone who is awakened, fully awakened, that energy goes into you and clears your mind. So yeah, those of you who haven't booked for his session in South Africa, if you still want to go, I'm sure there's seats available. So you can always go online. If you don't know, if you haven't got the link, then just message me and I can send you the link for the booking for his tickets. Okay, I'm going to end the session tonight. We've got darkness now. We can't even see the beautiful view anymore. Merlene, yeah, I will be there in my heart. Yeah, you'll be with us in our heart. I'm going to end tonight's session with another centering meditation. So if there are no questions there, I'm going to end this. Thank you for being with us tonight. And let's do the most important work of a satsang, and that is the inner work, connecting with that inner peace and that inner stillness within us. So just gently close your eyes and take another very deep breath in and breathe out. Now let's just use the power of our imagination to project ourselves into what we might term the destination of our life journey here on earth. So just use your power of imagination and project yourself and say, this is my destination. I'm here. I've arrived. How do you want to feel in this destination? What is the feeling you want to be experiencing at this destination, right here, right now? If there's nowhere else to go, this is it. We've arrived. What does this arrival feel like for you right now? Just clear your mind of any other times and any other places, any doubts. Just use the power of imagination to enable you to fully be at the destination of your whole life now, in this moment, and feel what that feels like. You might like to choose a few words that reflect this destination, the destination that you truly desire. And you'll find it's not a destination so much of the head, but more of the heart. What does it feel like to be here at this end point? Now let's take one or two of those words that you've used to describe this destination, and let's just add the power of the divine to that. In that Bible, there's only one place in the Bible where God gives himself a name, and the name is the I Am, the I Am. So if, for example, you came up with the word peace, let's just add the divine's name to that, and let's say I am peace. Or if it was bliss, let's do the same to that. Say I am bliss. If you came to the word love, then I am love. And just allow that to settle deeply into your physical body, here and now. To be here now. Immerse yourself in that feeling of the destination, and allow your thoughts to be in alignment with that destination. And as we do that, we activate the power inside our own hearts, the creative power that flashes out into time and changes situations, circumstances to be in alignment with this inner vibration that we're holding within our hearts in this moment, here and now. And not only do we change our own physiology, we improve, for example, our mental state, our physical state, but we also, through the field of non-locality, enable the greater humanity to awaken. We feed the field, and the field is a field of interconnectiveness. What are the thoughts that are in alignment with this destination, this feeling destination? Thoughts of, I am magnificent, I am beautiful, I am blessed, this is a miracle. These are all thoughts that expand the awareness of love. Let's just flood our body completely with these thoughts and with these feelings. You might even like to say these words out aloud. I am beautiful. I am abundant. I am enough. I am at peace. And to end this meditation, let's just say the most powerful prayer we can ever say. Just two simple words. Say it out aloud if you can. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. It is done. Thank you. Take another deep breath in. Long breath out. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes. Thank you. So let's just draw an affirmation card from the pack. A pack here of cards that we give out on our workshops. Some of you have done our workshops, and I'm sure you have some of these cards. Those of you who have done the workshop, you should already have some of these cards. And I'm just going to choose a card randomly from the pack. I'm going to shuffle them a bit, and then I'm just going to choose a card without looking. It's a purple violet card. My goodness me, this is beautiful. We've had this one before, but it's certainly in alignment with tonight's theme. And the words on this card, I am love. I am love. And that is the greatest truth. That's the greatest vision we can hold for ourselves. So let's just use this affirmation to take us through this week to help focus our thoughts, our feelings, and our words as we collectively and individually create a new earth. Thank you for being with me tonight. Bless you and lots of love, and we look forward to catching up with you in 2 weeks' time. Lots of love. Nighty night.